Hello and welcome to this edition of the Akashic Insights Weekly. We're looking at the week of June 6th through the 12th, 2022. I'm using the Illuminating Journey Cards that I created with the guidance of the Akashic Records. I'm your host, Jen Duchenne of jendushen.com and Akashic Swan Guidance. So let's just jump in and see what the cards have to say. First card is Soul Portal 4. And this, to me, at this time, speaks of seeing things in a new light. We are being exposed to a different kind of energy, an energy of desire, burning kind of energy of awakening. And yeah, it definitely seems to be speaking to me about the idea of letting go of the past, letting go of whatever it is that has kept us rigid in some way, so that we can recreate. And it's very interesting, but looking here, it's just like, it's like new form, new life form, new way of being. Feels like that's what's coming to the fore, to the energy of our beingness, to what is available to us. It's this feeling of lighting a fire that is sacred, that is holy, that is connected to who we are on a very deep level, to our souls, to the essence, to our being on the earth. We're being split or separated from what has been, what we held on to. So there's a lot of new energy coming in, but there's also a lot of new kind of waking up to seeing things in a new light. So that is what is being revealed in this card. The 4, the number 4, very connected to the earth, very connected to a structure. And of course, we're in a 4 year. This year is a 4 numeric year in the sense of 22. And of course, whereas universally we are 6, but the 4 is very prevalent, and it's about that discipline and that devotion to building a new foundation, new structure, a new legacy, if you will, that we're bringing forward. And this feels like we're being called to that, to the layers that we have not seen, to the depth of who we are, to the essence of our being, and being called into that, into the awareness, the lightness of that. Very exciting, it feels like. And the second card is the 0. So this is so interesting because we have this kind of ball here, this ball of light, and there's this other kind of ball or portal, so a lot of portal, and then here we come into the 0, which is that space inside. Now, even though the space in a 0 is empty or open, that everything and nothing is in there, it has the circle around it, has the boundary around it. So it's not boundless in the sense that we could be terrified. It has a boundary to help us kind of understand that everything has an edge, and that we are in charge of the edge of how far we're willing to go. But it's before the new beginning. We're in that place of feeling ourselves with a blank slate, a whiteboard to begin again. So that's really very strong coming through. And then the third and final card, well, that's very interesting. Not only are we repeating the energies of the red and the fire, the oranges, here we have the red of the 1. So we're going from the 0, so that kind of place of nothing and everything, to the place of picking a focal point, remembering who we are in a way that requires us to take action. So it's not enough to just, oh yeah, I'm here, or I'm in the pool and I feel the edge, it is being focused enough to bring this into being, to bring into being the thing we have dreamed of, we've longed for. And this reading speaks to that, the idea of re-looking, re-becoming. It's this essence of energy that's coming forward, that's awakening inside us, that has been dormant, into kind of that pool of wonder. What's available? What am I looking at? And very clearly, this is my focus, this is my desire. So I feel like this time is also telling us to narrow the focus. Instead of like everything's available, everything's changing, how can I narrow the focus? How can I be very on purpose in the sense of the one thing that I want to bring into focus right now? So what's the thing that's kind of activating me to move forward in whatever direction, whatever that thing is that you want to work on first. As you step out of the pool of nothingness and everything, you have to make a choice. And this one thing that allows you to make many layers and to create who you are in a world that's changing, what is that one first thing, right? What is that focus? So very exciting. Really feel like things are opening up and expanding and allowing us to step into a much more open space, into the fire of being reborn, reclaimed, anew, right? So whether it's a or something new, but it calls us to the focus of something different, in the sense like, oh, I've done all those things, I've mastered them, and now it's time to master something new, reconnect or connect to something new, a part of you that you haven't developed or overdeveloped or really explored, and it's calling that. The opening of the senses. It's like we are being opened up to connect to something really deep within us that is longing to be expressed, explored. So what part of that is calling you to be devoted, be connected, bring into life? Have an amazing week. We are getting closer to the solstice, the summer solstice. If you're in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, of course, is the winter solstice. So this is a very key time of the year that allows us to connect on such a deep level to the land, to the earth, to the body and the beingness of the body. And I'll see you soon. I'm Jen Duchenne, jendushen.com, Akashic Swan Guidance.